Hey gamers, Gecko here. I hope you're enjoying the Slayer background footage. I would have recorded my face cam, but I'm lazy, and I just wanted to use this kind of format for this. I don't need to fucking explain myself to you. This is my channel. Like, what the fuck? If you don't know, I've been using Leverless for around, like, a week now. Originally, it started out with just, let's see what I can do on Slayer with it, and then it was, let's see if I can get to Vanquisher with it, and now it's become, I'm kind of done with this thing, honestly. I got sent a Varmillo FK2 from Varmillo themselves. I really appreciate them for sending me that. Just know that whatever I say about Leverless in this video is about Leverless as a whole. This product itself is actually really good. I really like it. If you want to get your own, there's a link in the description. It helped me out. I get like a small commission anytime people buy one. And they've got a bunch of other stuff that you can buy on their website too that all also helps me out. So, yeah, please go do that. I would really appreciate it, because I like money. Anyway, Leverless was a really weird experience for me. I've tried Leverless slightly in the past. Nothing, like, too crazy. The biggest experience I had with a Leverless was the one time I went to EVO in Vegas. There was a booth there for Snapbox, which is a, like, big Leverless company. They make really, really small Leverless controllers that are, like, really easy to carry around and stuff like that. And I played on one of them, and next to one of the, like, designers of the controller, I gipped. I literally went, huh? while playing on it, which was not a good look as an up-and-coming content creator. But I've just never really vibed with them as a whole, but a lot of people do. And I kind of wanted to see what it was like, get more of an experience on why it was happening, and also it's a fucking sponsored segment in a large YouTube video that's going on the main channel. So I played it for a week, and I still don't get it. It's kind of crazy. I expected my opinions to change quite a bit over the week, but it feels more like the feelings that I originally had have been solidified. Like, everything I thought about Leverless has kind of just reinserted itself into my brain. Before going into this, I was like, I don't like Leverless because I don't like how it feels in my hands. I don't like how it feels to control the characters, and therefore I don't want to use it. And I've now played Leverless, and my biggest problem with it is I don't like how it feels in my hands. That's kind of it, honestly. There was a good, like, couple of days where off-stream I was just labbing in training mode and getting things down on Slayer. Slayer's a very easy character that I can pick up extremely easy on arcade stick. If you want to see me play him tonight, go to the Twitch. But on Leverless, it took me quite a while to just get everything down and ready, and it was so weird getting used to it that I didn't dare play any character that I've already played. I didn't dare touch Unica or Geo, because I was like, this is just gonna feel so wrong and weird. I need to play someone who I'm slightly less familiar with. And having to relearn how to walk and just do basic motion inputs was super strange. It genuinely felt like I had put my brain into someone else's body, and they fundamentally moved differently than I did. It's like if my brain was put into the body of, like, a cat. I had to learn to walk like a cat before I could scream, help, get me out, put me back in a human body. Very strange analogy, but that's the kind of vibe it was giving. Having to relearn something as basic as go left, go right, press this button to jump, all that kind of stuff was super weird to me. But even saying that, I expected it to be quite difficult. I've heard a lot of stuff from Leverless players saying that getting the motion inputs is super difficult when you start, and, like, using your pinky finger in particular is really, really, really hard, and, like, it takes a while to get used to. And that bit wasn't as hard for me once I got my brain around, like, okay, left is left, right is right, down is up is down. Like, once I got around that, I was doing quarter circles and combos on the first day in the first couple of hours. I never really had a moment where it was like, I can't do a GG input because I have to press left with my pinky finger. Like, that was never really a problem for me. I'm trying to figure out why this might be, and I realize I use my pinky in video games already. Like, when I'm playing Final Fantasy XIV, I use my pinky finger partly to do fell cleave. My pinky goes on control. And I've used that in a bunch of games since I was like a teenager. My pinky has always been pressing like control to crouch in like Team Fortress 2 and Counter-Strike and stuff. So having that dexterity there wasn't really a problem for me. I'm still used to using that for like movement and stuff. It's just a little bit different, you know? It's just not exactly the same. Basically what I'm saying is I guess I'm slightly built different. I don't know. The big problem I had though, which I still think is very strange thinking about this, is having jump be like down. I understand why they do it, because having like your middle finger or having your like middle finger be your down button is like really convenient for down backing and blocking and stuff. But then like on the alternative, pressing jump with my thumb just didn't really make sense to me. I still don't really get it. Like even now when I've like done with Leverless, the last matches I played, jumping was like an actual thing I had to cognitively think about. I had to go, I need to jump in this situation. How do I jump again? I press the button. Ah, now that I have pressed the button, I have jumped. Like it was that instead of what I'm used to, which is like up, dash, and then I'm already out. So yeah, I definitely still had problems with it. Because of that, things like zoning and grapplers were really fucking hard for me to fight, because my like basic instinct of I'm just gonna jump back and not deal with this literally wasn't available to me. I do think it's made me a little bit better in some matchups because it's taught me how to like anchor down and just not deal with shit. But it definitely was a weird hurdle that I didn't expect, and one that I still don't like. I'm gonna be honest. Like thinking about jumping on Leverless just still goo. Why? Why, bro? That being said, I do want to throw an opinion into the ring about Leverless. A lot of people have said, oh, it's the best way to play fighting games. It's the best thing that you can do. It's the most precise and most accurate. And I actually do kind of agree with these people now. After playing it for a bit, blocking overheads was way easier and more consistent than it was on arcade stick, at least for me. It was way more precise. Like getting the exact input that you want is way more precise, because there's basically no dead zones when you're like moving between the buttons. It's all just like pressing different buttons. So if you want as minimal human error with your equipment as possible, and really you only care about like precision, I do think arcade sticks are probably the way to go. My ranking of like what the best controller is purely off of like scientific data, which is fucking bullshit because I've not done research on this, would be like Leverless, pads, and finally arcade stick. But I'm not going to keep using Leverless. I'm done with it. I'm pretty much just like, yeah, I've tried it. I could probably get Slayer of Vanquisher on this thing if I really stuck with it, but I don't want to stick with it. That's because I learned something very important throughout this experiment. Let's go with that. To begin with, Slayer's really strong in the rank mode. Like, he's super strong. Like, holy fuck, bro. On day one, I was beating, like, low diamond players. And I've had matches against, like, diamond 3 players. I've still not been able to jump. And then Slayer's just fucking carried me into winning shit. Like, holy fuck, man. This character's so good in ranked. He's so fucking good in ranked. Actual tournament sets, they're a little bit longer. You can get around his bullshit more. But, like, first to 2, fuck me. Slayer's really good in this format. But then, B, winning isn't everything for me in fighting games, which is a bit of a weird realization to have when I've put a lot of pressure on my results. But playing with a completely different controller has made me realize that I play arcade stick not because it's the best one to play, not because I'm going to win the most, but because doing things on arcade stick feels fucking awesome to me. It is entirely a vibe. That is it. I'm playing on arcade stick because I like the vibe of it. I like the feeling of doing the motion inputs, which again is a really weird thing to realize, but I'm glad it's something that I actually did. I really liked doing this whole experiment. I don't really have any changed opinions on Leverless. I guess there's a little bit more respect for Leverless players now because I understand how the initial feeling is, but also like, you use any controller enough and you'd get used to it, you know? Leverless just isn't for me, though. It's not something that I can do. And it's not something that I want to really pursue and continue with. So I'm going to stay on arcade stick, and I'm going to unbind the dash macro again. And I'm going to go full analog. Full flicking around the stick, trying to do one-frame inputs when it takes 0.3 seconds for me to move my fucking arcade stick. It doesn't take that long. That's a ridiculous amount of time. 0.03 seconds. Let's go with that. 0.05. I don't fucking know. I'm not a scientist. Thank you for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. We're streaming right now. If you have opinions on controllers, let me know down in the comment section below. If you have any stupid controller ideas, by the way, please let me know. I really want to do more weird challenges. Leverless is like the least weird I could do. I think the next step up would be like dance mat. Can I beat a player in ranked on Slayer using a TDR flat pad? Oh god, that would be terrible. If you are interested in chatting it up, having a good time, we're gonna be doing a bit of a casual stream tonight on Twitch. Just want to hang out, play a bit of Guilty Gear, do a couple of funny things. It's gonna be sick. It's gonna be awesome. Thank you all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!